Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about fresh release from CMK, and it's quite interesting because it comes in 1/72 scale and it should be handy with your Beaufort Mark 1 because it copies interior for this aircraft and it will give you more features in such small scale, which is quite important in my opinion if you are striving for a detailed build. So of course we have a commercial sample here, kit number is 7506, and we are going to open it together with you and check what is actually supplied here and why this kit is interesting upgrade for all modelers who eager to add more and do not hesitate to spend more as well. So the packaging here is typical for this brand. We have this yellow cardboard and transparent frontal section. Obviously we will have to open in order to check all the parts, and here on the rear side you can see some safety advices and address of the manufacturer. Everything is closed with a staple, so I'm going to remove it right now so that it will be safer. I am using the debonder and we will check it in a second. Just give me a moment to take it out, remove this staple, and also slide out the rear cardboard, remove the assembly manual. So here we start with the first set of parts. I will zoom in and open the lenses so that you'll be able to see what I'm actually putting on the table. But all these parts look pretty much clear. I do not see any flash on them, so it should be easy to work with them. You just need to separate them off the resin base and you'll be good to go with getting them into your aircraft. Here is another resin tab. Next we continue with one more. I guess there will be some, let's say, pair parts or, let's say, mirror parts, because cockpit needs to be covered from both sides, obviously, so that's why we have them mirrored. And as you can see here, we actually have the really large cockpit walls. And in 1/72 scale, this should be a nice upgrade because original kit, as far as I remember, did not feature anything inside the cockpit, so now you have a chance to replicate it. Pilot seat is casted on the separate resin base, so if camera will be kind enough to focus, you will see what I'm talking about, but somehow it does not want to focus. Yeah, now you should be able to see. So here it is, one piece part with really nice external features, so it should also add some nice details into the cockpit. Next we continue with more panels here. Next we have one more section with the cockpit walls, so here it is, and a lot of pre-casted or pre-molded, if you prefer, details on these cockpit parts. So be sure to play with a thin brush, that's the first thing, and also to apply some washes so that you will get a really nice result. Next we continue with something a bit more tricky, because here we do not have the resin instrument panel, we actually have it out of the P parts, and again we will have to wait a bit for camera to focus, and now you should be able to see what I'm talking about. So these are unpainted P parts, and here we have even the seat belt. And just to give you an idea on what we will be actually replicating the dials, so here is the clear film which will be inserted instead of the dials. This is quite smart design because it will give you the chance to get the necessary, let's say, paint shade on your instrument panel. You are not limited with a pre-painted color, even though for some modelers it will be an easier approach because you get everything you need out of the box. Next we continue with assembly manual, so here it is. It is also, let's say, working as a background or backdrop for this box. We have here the parts map, and then assembly process starts somewhere here, I guess. Just give me a moment. I'm not sure. So we have actually assembly process displayed on whole scheme here, as you can see, and also we have to use the original plastic parts. For example, the cockpit floor will be used the original one, but then it will leverage all the new resin parts, so they are getting attached straight onto it. And obviously you have to use the CA glue because otherwise you won't be able to attach. We also have here, by the way, the small ad for other accessories for Beaufort, and here we have the final steps, if I can say so, because as you can see these are cockpit walls which are getting installed on the fuselage, but again you have to thin fuselage a bit in order to get the right thickness of the cockpit walls, because otherwise it will look unnatural and maybe you won't be able even to close it with the cockpit floor inside. So this kit should be already available. You can get it on official CMK website together with other accessories which you saw in the ad in this manual. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.